Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cynthia, and today we are going to be altering a little Happy Mail folder that I received in the mail last year from Sarah. And I wanted to repurpose it and create a small journal with it. Now, of course, this is a holiday themed Happy Mail folder, but you could absolutely use another type of folder that you received, or make it from scratch, of course. So here I was just showing you what the inside looks like. I've kind of emptied it and made sure that there was nothing left in there. And it's just so pretty. I just didn't want it to go to waste. Like, I didn't want to just like leave it there and not do anything with it. So I've gathered some papers that I want to be using. I also have like a few pieces of junk. So like this envelope that I think not last year, I'm not even sure what was in there. Anyway, I have this envelope. I have some Christmas digital prints. And again, I'll have like everything listed down below, the shops from where I got some of these prints. I'll also have Sarah's Instagram and YouTube channel listed down below. And here I'm just going to be trimming off some papers and start assembling. I'm just going to make one signature. So I'm just gathering like one group of paper to bind into this journal. It isn't very big, so I don't want to overwhelm it with papers. So I think in the end I have just short of 20 pieces of paper in there. And I thought that was a pretty good size for just like a one signature kind of journal. Here I'm just using the one piece that I trimmed off already to guide me in trimming off the other pieces of paper. Just find that's a little bit easier than continuously using the folder to do that. And then here I also have some vintage wrapping papers, And I had a couple of vintage cards, but ultimately I decided not to use those. I mean, it would have been like very easy to incorporate them into my pages and just bind them with like either a piece of fabric or using some tape. I just didn't feel like it. So I kept it very simple. I've also added to my collection here just a few pieces of paper that are simply like coffee dyed paper. So here I have a green coffee dyed paper, not green coffee, like the paper is green and I coffee dyed it. I hope this makes sense. I've had some people ask me. I got this idea from Heather from Paper Hill Rose Hill paper. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a blank. But yeah, I got that idea from her, and I had some colored papers on hand, so I decided to why not give it a go. And then I'm also adding a piece of vintage music paper, and then I'm gonna start forming my signature. For this particular little journal, since it's very small, I'm just alternating having like the colors of the papers and something that's a little bit busy, something that has nothing on it. That's typically what I like to do in all of my journals, just to give a good variety and make it feel like it flows really nicely. If there's too many things that are the same all beside each other, it tends to get a little bit overwhelming or underwhelming if it's all like nothing, like unless that's what you're going for, because there's definitely a room in like a place for having like all like coffee stained papers type of thing, like, but if you're trying to have a little bit of everything, having them alternate, it just like works so nicely and it makes it flow really good. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm just trying to think as well what I want in the middle of the signature. And so as I was gathering all my papers together, I realized, well, this leaves me with something very underwhelming for the middle. So I went and grabbed some different papers and switched around a couple things. Making a signature very rarely comes into one simple time, like it doesn't happen just at once. It's really nice to kind of make it and then leave it for a little bit, go back to it, or like flip through quite a few times and really get the experience that whoever it is that will get this journal, or like even if it's you, if you know what is going to be the experience as you are flipping through this journal. So here I realized that some of the papers that I trimmed were just a little bit too long, so I'm just fixing that. And there I have it. So my next step with that is going to be to grab a few pieces of fabric scraps and little trims that I'm planning on sewing onto the pages as little tabs. I'm not going to add too many. I do really enjoy adding them as I'm creating in my journal spreads. And sometimes if I have too many, it'll limit how I feel I can journal onto a page or like create, because I all feel like it has to match with the tab that I've put there. So I try and just put a few that can initiate my creativity for a certain spread rather than limit. I hope this makes sense. But obviously go ahead and put as many or as little as you wish. And then I'm going to be taking this to my sewing machine, and I'm going to do that off camera. I'm also going to be binding the pages off camera. I'm just using the 2-hole method and I'm just using a chiffon ribbon, I believe, to do that. Oh no, I used a twine, like a wrapping twine. Yeah. Oh, and I lied. I'm so sorry. It is the 3-hole method, not 2. I bound it the same way that I would like any of my journals. So here I'm just giving you a final flip through of what this little journal is looking like. I hope to use it during the holiday time. I think it's a really good size. Like if you're going anywhere, going to family and don't want to bring like a huge journal with you, that's a great idea. It would also make a great like Happy Meal gift. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye now.